They get fight, but I don't know what reason.
A charge of assault has now been upgraded to murder after an incident in Saanich.
They confirmed that it was actually 6 centimeters, and since then it's grown to 6 inches. Every day I can feel it growing.
A Comox Valley woman with a rare and aggressive form of breast cancer says her best chance of survival is a drug that the province won't pay for.
We're really excited to have everyone come to Victoria and be a part of this here.
If you swim, bike, or run, or do all three, you may be celebrating the return of this national championship after 25 years. CHEK News starts now. Good evening. Thanks for being here. We are learning more tonight about an assault that police say happened at an apartment building in Saanich last week. The victim has died in hospital and the assault charge has been upgraded to murder. Corey Sidaway joins us live outside the building where the alleged murder took place. Corey, what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, I'm at the scene here at Douglas and Quadra on Quadra, where neighbors tell me that a fight broke out Friday between two workers. A fight police say now has turned deadly.
I asked one of my neighbor, she was saying like there are worker here, like a kind of maintenance, like a painting kind of, and and they get fight, but I don't know what reason.
30-year-old Suleiman Budak was arrested at the scene, initially charged with aggravated assault. But after the victim, Marek Cutbay, died in hospital, Saanich police upgraded the charge to murder. First-degree murder, to be specific, the most serious homicide classification applied to killings police believe are planned and deliberate. As to the relationship between the suspect and the victim, police wouldn't confirm any further other than saying that the two were known to each other. The Canadian Turkish Educational and Cultural Foundation say the victim, Cutbay, was a Turkish national. They're trying to raise money needed to fly his body back to Turkey to his family, calling his death on the phone with me today horrible. Budak remains in custody and appears to be a first-time offender with no other registered charges in British Columbia. And then there's what we don't know yet, what evidence police might have that they feel establishes intent, something that's necessary to prove a first-degree murder charge in court. We also don't know how the victim died, and we also ultimately don't know how Budak will plead. We'll find all that out as the court process kicks off. Budak's next court appearance is July 22nd.
Corey, thank you. That's Corey Sidaway reporting live from the Quadra Mackenzie neighborhood. Appreciate it. West Shore CMP are looking for 12-year-old Makara Bloom. She was last seen yesterday afternoon about 4:30 in the High Street area of View Royal. Since her disappearance, police have followed up on several leads and possible sightings, and they still haven't found her. Makara is 5'8" with a slim build. She has long brown hair with a pink streak. She was last seen wearing a black crop tank top, black sweatpants, and was carrying a peach-colored purse with gold handles. If you know where she is, contact police or Crime Stoppers. 2 brush fires near military housing now has some residents on edge. It happened last night near McLaughlin Point in Esquimalt, leaving some worried that they may have been intentionally set. The base fire department is still investigating the cause, but the chief is reminding the public that with hotter, drier temperatures to be cautious. Ollie Herrera has more.
On Gulf Hill near McLaughlin Point, CFB Esquimalt firefighters are still scanning the ground, looking for any remnants from 2 brush fires last night. This one here was the largest of the 2, according to the fire chief.
Found 2 fires, one smaller than the other, the largest fire approximately 200 feet by 50 feet. Crews also responded with the Esquimalt Fire Department, who was a mutual aid partner with us.
The fires were found about 100 meters apart from each other, one at the end of the road down a walking path, the other larger fire near the coastline. This is just one of several times fire crews have been out checking for flames or hot spots since the fires were first reported just after 10 last night.
I ran to the house directly ahead of the fire to notify them. terrified them because I was banging the door, ringing the doorbell, and then they realized there was a fire directly behind their house.
Emily Mayer was in the right place at the right time, calling 911 after she saw the fire growing from her driveway.
All three of my kids were sleeping. I ripped them out and shoved my cats in a crate and the dog and threw them, everyone in the car, just so that they were all in one location. But yeah, that was a whirlwind.
Mayor and some other neighbors CHEK News spoke to say they've heard the fires may have been intentionally set.
Definitely some fear, anxiety, concerns running around.
The fire chief isn't confirming a cause or if the fires are suspicious.
There isn't anything that's suspicious in nature at the moment. The fire is under investigation. We have our CFB Esquimalt fire investigators reviewing the fire and with the military police. And nothing has been found yet.
The chief says the fires were at a level 2 with flames roughly 1 to 2 feet high, and they fortunately didn't spread to any trees. While the investigation is ongoing, the base chief is issuing a reminder.
And people need to be very cautious of what they're doing. Everything's dry, can lead to bigger fires.
Fire crews will be on site over the coming days as they continue scanning for any hotspots.
7 people have now died as a result of the charter boat sinking in the waters off Metro Vancouver on June 28th. Police in Richmond say one of the 4 people rescued from the water, a 28-year-old Chinese woman who lived in Seattle, has died in a hospital since her rescue. 6 people remain missing and are presumed drowned, and police now say they have located the sunken vessel 153 meters below the surface, although no bodies were spotted. Police say they have also identified the charter boat and are now trying to reach people who may have information on previous voyages made on the vessel prior to its sinking. The RCMP's Tactical Marine Operations Group has released a video of a major rescue in the Burrard Inlet on Sunday. The team was responding to a distressed call for an overturned canoe. Officers found 11 people, several of them young, clinging to the side of the boat. All 11 were pulled to safety, suffering from exposure to cold water, but with no other major injuries. Police are once again reminding boaters that life jackets can significantly increase the chances of survival. On Checkpoint tonight, that's what we want to know. Do you think adults should be required to wear life jackets while boating? Currently, they are not mandated to do so. You can vote at checknews.ca. We'll have results for you a little bit later in the broadcast. Folks at the Marine Education and Research Society pretty excited about this, a rare sighting of a long-beaked common dolphin. The mammal was spotted in Esperanza Inlet, northwest of Vancouver Island, earlier this month. Researchers say it's unusual for these mammals to be spotted north of California, and its presence may coincide with warm water conditions. Adult male long-beaked common dolphins are typically 2.5 meters long. Females are 2.2 meters. This appears to be a juvenile. After a 25-year absence, Triathlon Canada is welcoming its national championships home to Victoria. The 2-day competition will have various events for all ages and abilities. Eden Chipperfield tells us more.
It's near perfect conditions at Clover Point in Victoria, unless of course you're trying to do an interview while battling the wind.
One of the most beautiful places I can imagine doing a triathlon.
Thankfully, Victoria triathlete Liam Donnelly lets his hard work do the talking, and he will be able to compete in his own backyard when Victoria hosts Triathlon Canada's national championships in August.
We're really, really excited to have everyone come to Victoria and be a part of this here. We've been working for several years to get this project off the ground. We finally found a course that works, and we're so thrilled to be able to have everyone come see what Victoria is all about.
Competitors will swim in the ocean, then bike and run along scenic Dallas Road, where the championship event will include more than 120 elite athletes from across Canada.
Our high performance program is elite national championships, so our athletes are busy qualifying in the next 2 weeks at regional events in Toronto and Magog to secure a spot on the start list to race for that top title in the country.
The format will deliver 2 action-packed days with the top athletes and Olympic hopefuls pushing themselves to new heights.
They'll do a relay on the second day, which is teams of 4 athletes doing a full triathlon each, and it's super fast paced and high energy, and it'll be absolutely amazing to be down there to watch them go head to head in this format.
Regardless of age or ability, everyone is welcome, with mixed relays, a super sprint race, and even a free kids race. Both Liam and Rachel agree one of the best parts of the sport is the community.
I've never talked to a triathlete who wasn't immediately addicted to the sport. It's so much fun, and the community is amazing. it's I think the coolest thing about triathlon is that no matter how old you are or what your ability level is, there's a spot for everybody on the start list.
The event will go August 22nd and 23rd. Registration is now open.
It's a popular annual event with 400 racers from across BC and the U.S. taking part last July. But now organizers say the Nanaimo Dragon Boat Festival, set to take place this weekend, has been cancelled. The primary reason? The FIFA World Cup, which organizers say forced other events to change their dates. As a result, 2 Dragon Boat events would have landed in the city back to back. They also cite the economy and low local turnout as other factors. Organizers are vowing to see the event, which has been in the city for 23 years, return next year. All right, it's upside time, and boy, you know, I hate it when you guys get crabby with me, and I think you might get crabby a little bit, a little bit tonight.
Yeah. This is the perfect hat to be standing around complaining about stuff, you know. Government, they're not going to help you. All they want is the almighty buck. That's all they're concerned with. What's that?
A glass of hot butter.
That's right. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
BC Crab Fest. I'm going to get this down here. By the way, my wife and kids call me Krabby King at home.
Do they?
BC Crab Fest.
Before we go any further, the claws okay?
They look perfect. Hang on a second.
Okay.
There you go.
Very nice.
BC Crab Fest.
Right.
So we're at Ship Point. We're at Fisherman's Wharf right now because the boats that catch the crab are behind us. But the big event goes at Ship Point in the Inner Harbor, July 18th. Starts at 11, goes till 10 p.m. The kitchen closes at around 8. So you book your time. You go to bccrabfest.ca. You book your time and you go down there and you get the crab.
Get your bucket. Yeah, you get the crab. You get the corn. You get the scallop. Or you get the
Salt
mussels.
Spring Island
Salt Spring.
mussels.
Yeah.
You get the corn, the potatoes, the baguette, and all that butter.
Yeah, tons of butter.
Butter.
I'll tell you, it's nothing like a half a glass or 2 of butter to make everything go great.
That's what I say.
And don't worry about trying to be dainty as you're eating. This is a full-on feast here.
Get
and you
messy.
just want to get messy. And if we have to hose you off at the end of it, we'll do that.
That's the thing. So you know, there's no bibs because you don't want to waste plastic here. So either come in an old shirt or take your shirt off. And Ed's going to be at the hose down station. He'll hose you off afterwards to get rid of that. But you can win. We're giving away two passes, if you will. They're worth about $85 per bucket, and that includes everything, like a healthy amount of crab. The Salt Spring Island
scallop. I keep going scallops.
No, you're wrong.
They're mussels.
Mussels,
right?
Yeah, exactly. The baguette, the corn.
How can I remember mussels? Oh, just look at those pipes of yours.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll do it right there.
That's it. And speaking of corn,
hey, this is the upside, as you might have guessed.
So July 18th, we're going to see one of those critters coming up in just a little while.
Yeah, an actual live crab here, not... Look at that. I'm so glad I used that crab rinse last night on this because it's made those claws nice and fluffy and bouncing and behaving claws.
There we go. Crab Fest.
Okay. Well, let's get crabby some more a little bit later in the broadcast, guys. What do you say?
Okay. All right. You bet. Did we give you the email address? Sorry, to enter to win the...
I think it was on the board.
It's on the board. Okay,
yeah,
good. Just as long as we got that.
Contest at checknews.ca. That's the right one, isn't it?
There we go.
Pretty sure.
Right.
Okay.
We're under prepared again tonight.
Okay. I got you guys. Don't worry about it. All right.
Stace.
We'll see you soon. Also still to come on CHEK, air quality warnings in place now in the province due to wildfires. We'll have more on that and this.
You know, I've been paying taxes since I was 14 years old. What's $24,000?
$24,000, that's the cost of the drug that will give a Comox Valley woman her best chance of surviving an aggressive form of breast cancer. It's a cost that the province currently won't cover. And without it, her prognosis looks grim. We'll have that story next.
There was a time when I had a VIP membership to every washroom in the city. Then came Eurospot.
It was as simple as sitting down.
And as profound as regaining every piece of myself.
This chair is not just a seat.
It's a launch pad.
With every session,
every piece of education,
and health coaching,
I feel stronger
in body
and in spirit.
Eurospot didn't just treat me.
They saw me.
They heard me.
They were me.
Selection is at the heart of heirloom linens, so every choice feels right. We're known for the largest selection of bedding in Victoria and bringing comfort from bedroom to bathroom. Now you have even more ways to choose. On a budget, you'll find it here. Looking for something more luxurious? That's here too. Whatever your budget, whatever you feel, you don't have to settle. You have choice. Come for the selection and bring home something that just feels right. Heirloom Linens. We only sound expensive.
Sometimes carpets get dirty. It's a good thing Nationwide Carpet Cleaning can make them clean again. We offer multi-room packages with a money-back guarantee. And did we mention we also clean furniture? Nationwide Carpet Cleaning, service that works for you.
At ComSense, craftsmanship and integrity come first. While others may use plywood with higher formaldehyde, at ComSense, we meet the safest standards using only the finest materials. From hidden dado joints, German drawer slides and hinges, and a variety of premium doors. We build our cabinets to last, backed by a lifetime warranty. Get 10% off and a free sink and faucet. Visit ComSenseKitchenCabinets.com today. If it's quality, it's ComSense.
Lease the 2026 Jeep Cherokee Hybrid from 1.99% for up to 24 months. Plus, eligible owners get $1,850 anniversary bonus cash.
Air quality warnings are now in place in parts of the BC interior because of wildfire smoke from multiple blazes around Boston Bar. This was the scene in Kamloops on Tuesday night. The city says the smoke was blowing in from the fires around Boston Bar, which is about 120 kilometers away. There is a wildfire burning near Kamloops as well, but that is not what's causing the apocalyptic scenes. More evacuations are now in place from the Boston Bar fires, which are now more than 10,000 hectares in size combined. Environment Canada's Air Quality Health Index jumped from 3 to 10 plus in Kamloops last night, which is the highest level possible. It cleared up a bit today, but air quality warnings do remain in place.
Health Check is brought to you by Maycock Eye Care, helping you keep sight of what's important since 1949.
A Comox Valley woman who is facing a life-threatening illness has been told the province won't cover the drugs she needs to improve her chances of survival. As Dean Stoltz reports, the 6 doses would only cost the government $24,000, but the woman fighting a rare form of breast cancer is now spending long hours trying to find the money herself.
47-year-old Jennifer Beharrell's life took a dramatic turn for the worse after a visit to a doctor in May.
So I found a lump on May 23rd. On June 5th, they did a biopsy and they confirmed on June 9th that I had a rare, aggressive type of cancer.
The diagnosis was inflammatory HER2 positive breast cancer and a rapidly growing tumor in her left breast.
And then when I saw the surgeon, they confirmed that it was actually 6 centimeters. And since then, it's grown to 6 inches. Every day, I can feel it growing.
She says due to it being inflammatory cancer, it could spread if a mastectomy is done first. So her team of doctors want to do chemotherapy first. One of the drugs she needs to increase her chances of survival is pertuzumab, which would give her an 80+% chance of a complete recovery. Without it, her chances drop to 20%. But she found out this week that the province of BC has denied funding for that drug.
Obviously, it was devastating. I felt confident that this was going to give me the best chance.
I think it's just an absolute shame.
Beverly Wood is Jennifer's best friend.
We're watching a lot of money leave this country for foreign aid, and we're bailing out developers and we're hosting things like FIFA, but the very people that are footing those bills, the taxpayers, can't get help when their life is on the line.
Important to note is the cost of the drug, not expensive at all in the whole provincial healthcare scheme of things. 6 doses at $4,000 each for a total of $24,000. Money Jennifer doesn't have, but surely the government does, she says.
I'm trying not to go too much down a rabbit hole, but with all the money that's wasted in this province, you know, I've been paying taxes since I was 14 years old. What's $24,000?
The Ministry of Health says it was still working on a response to our questions at our deadline today. The good news is that since our interview, Jennifer has been able to obtain 60% of the funding through the OnCare Roche Patient Assistance Program. Her friend has also set up this GoFundMe to help cover some of the costs. But Jennifer says the province shouldn't make it so hard for people who need life-saving drugs.
I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm trying anything I can. And you know, this is not just for me. Even if it doesn't help me, maybe it'll help somebody in the future.
The rental market may be nearing the end of its almost 2-year streak of decreasing rent, according to a new report. The report by Rentals.ca and Urban Nation shows that rent has decreased year over year for 21 consecutive months. In June, prices dropped 4.4% on average across the country compared to June 2025. BC continued to have the largest decrease across the provinces, and while rental listings in Victoria continued to decrease year over year, 2-bedroom listings saw a month-over-month increase. BC saw a 5.1% year-over-year decrease in June, followed by Alberta at 4.8% and Ontario at 4.6%. Rentals in BC are now listed for an average of $2,377 for all unit sizes, with the most expensive markets being North Vancouver and Vancouver. In Victoria, rentals are now listed for an average of $2,258, making it the 15th most expensive market. Elsewhere on Vancouver Island, Nanaimo rents continue to climb both monthly and yearly and are now at an average of $2,102, making it the 27th most expensive market. Halifax police are still searching for a suspect after a hate-filled rant at a local Costco was caught on camera last weekend. As Selena Alders shows us, the video included racial slurs and threats, and a warning it might be disturbing for you to watch.
On a busy Saturday at this Halifax Costco, shoppers were suddenly confronted by a tirade of hateful comments.
So get the here, country motherfucker.
Video recorded inside shows the man shouting at 2 women wearing hijabs before shoppers tried to intervene. Then he appears to hit the person who was recording the incident. The man goes on to shout racial slurs and death threats. Police are now investigating what they allege to be a hate-motivated assault.
I would strongly encourage anyone who was targeted during that incident at Costco, who was targeted by the suspect, to contact us.
That ask followed by a plea for help in identifying the suspect.
We have to show courage. We have to work together.
The National Council of Canadian Muslims says it's seeing an increase in Islamophobia.
In the past month or so, we have been getting about 1 or 2 of these kinds of reports from community members across the country per day.
According to Statistics Canada, Nova Scotia has seen a rise in the rate of police-reported hate crimes over the last several years. In 2023, it recorded the highest rate in the country. In 2024, the second highest.
The mass majority of Canadians, and specifically Nova Scotians, they're not like that.
For Imam Mahmoud Omar, these kinds of incidents do not reflect the country he knows and loves.
We're all Canadian here, Muslims, Jewish, Christianity, Buddhism, everyone. We live in harmony here. So again, do not let anyone divide us here.
As police continue to investigate, he's inviting everyone to visit his mosque and learn about Islam.
A BC father who killed his children in 2008 has been deemed to pose a risk that's manageable in the community. The BC Review Board has granted Alan Schoenborn a conditional discharge requiring that he live under supervision. The board says Schoenborn's mental state has been stable for years and he has been compliant with his medication. But the board stopped short of an absolute discharge, pointing to an expert report that says his risk of stopping treatment and relapsing would increase without oversight. Air Canada has announced that its new CEO will be Anko van der Werf, who is currently head of Scandinavian Airlines. The Dutch-born executive introduced himself in a video recorded and noted that he can communicate in French.
Air Canada is a leading airline recognized worldwide, an iconic Canadian company,
and one of the largest corporate headquarters in Montreal. I am also mindful of the importance of serving Canadians in both official languages, and that is a fundamental responsibility for Air Canada, and I'm fully committed to upholding it in the course of my duties.
The current head, Michael Rousseau, is not bilingual, a fact that rankled many Canadians when he offered condolences on a deadly Air Canada plane crash in English alone. Rousseau is set to retire at the end of August. Some of Canada's last captive whales and dolphins could soon be off to SeaWorld. The U.S. has approved an emergency rescue plan to import the animals from a shuttered Niagara Falls, Ontario tourist attraction. The whales are set to go to a total of 5 marine parks that also include Chicago's Shed Aquarium and Oceanographic Valencia in Spain. Fisheries Minister Joanne Thompson calls the plan an encouraging and critical next step for the whales' safe relocation.
It is a 76-year-old tradition that the petition is suggesting it's time to revisit.
Should taxpayers foot the bill for Pierre Poilievre's home? We've been funding the digs of the official opposition leader for decades, but now a Saanich resident wants that to stop. The story is coming up. The Canadian dollar was up to $70.55 US. The TSX fell nearly 337 points. The Dow lost almost 577. The Nasdaq added about 52. Gold in the red, $75 an ounce, and oil increased 308 to $73.52 a barrel.
I'm Ian Bird, the new CEO of the Victoria Foundation. Here's your Victoria Foundation Community Check-In.
Sacred in All Forms is an exhibition that emphasizes how sacred knowledge can emerge through bodies, relationships, storytelling, and cultural traditions. Immerse yourself in the rich culture and heritage of Indigenous people at First, a celebration of Indigenous film. For details and tickets, visit victoriafilmfestival.com. The 20th Annual Festival Mexicano is a 2-day free family-friendly celebration of Mexican culture through authentic food, traditional music, exhibitions, and more. Set against the stunning waterfront of Nanoose Bay, this all-ages summer concert series brings together incredible live music. Tickets at nanoosebaycafe.com. This cherished annual event combines exceptional golf with on-course experiences and a banquet dinner, all in support of Vancouver Island families.
The Victoria Foundation, a proud supporter of the Community Check-In.
The Government of Canada is bringing down your costs so you can get ahead. With the new Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit, eligible Canadians will save up to $1,890 per family in the first year alone. We're also suspending the federal fuel excise tax on gasoline and diesel to help bring down gas costs this summer. Because a more affordable Canada is a stronger Canada. Learn more at canada.ca/gettingahead.
Join us Thanksgiving weekend for the Royal Victoria Marathon with a variety of oceanside courses for the whole family. Sign up for the Thrifty Foods Kids Run, Island Savings 5K, Westland Insurance 8K, or step it up with the Outway Half Marathon or Marathon. Run, donate, or come cheer on the athletes as they take to the streets of Victoria. Register today at runvictoriamarathon.com. We'll see you at the finish line.
What questions could Ancestry help you answer? Who came before me? Where else have we called home? What journeys shaped us? With so many answers to be found, what will you ask first?
Tim's new Poppin' Frozen Quenchers explode with poppin' candy. Like a rocket meets an asteroid. Or a symphony of fireworks you can drink. New Poppin' Frozen Quenchers. Try all the flavors only at Tim's.
It's Pride 2026. Celebrate with the Victoria Pride Society and great events for everyone. It starts off with the Memorial Drag Ball game at Vic West Park. Queer Lit takes the stage at the Victoria Conference Centre with Pride in the Word, or party with your pet and get your steps in at the Big Gay Dog Walk. It all culminates with the Pride Parade and Festival downtown and at McDonald Park in James Bay. Vancouver Island, you're invited. Let's celebrate Pride.
In a quiet town where dreams feel just out of reach,
You can't do this on your own, Joe.
sometimes love finds you
Wish that we could have stayed together.
right where you least expect it. Love at Daisy Hills, Friday at 8. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Connie LeBeau Homes.
Helping you make the right
When local news matters the most, CHEK now sends updates right to your inbox. Local news, local events, local people, 7 days a week. Subscribe on checknews.ca. Proudly supported by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
And some good news to report on a story we brought you earlier in the program. The 12-year-old that was reported missing in View Royal yesterday has now been located. Police say she is safe and sound. The U.S. and Iran exchanged dozens of strikes overnight, raising the prospects of further renewed hostilities. It's the most serious threat yet to their 3-week-old ceasefire agreement. Iran saying it will respond fearlessly after Donald Trump unleashed a tirade of insults about the leadership in Tehran and suggested he's now done with the peace process, declaring the ceasefire over. He later seemed to walk that back, saying he didn't think the war would resume, that anything that happened would be over quickly, and that he's not looking for a long-term conflict. He did say the U.S. would keep striking Iran if Iran continued to fire on ships. U.S. President Trump has been ruffling the feathers of NATO leaders in Turkey. He has aired grievances about fellow members and has been especially harsh in his comments about Spain. As Evan Dyer reports, there are signs his allies might be fed up with him.
War returned to the Persian Gulf just as NATO leaders gathered in Turkey, hoping to discuss ways to protect Europe from Russia. Donald Trump showed more interest in relitigating topics that NATO leaders had hoped had gone away.
It was Greenland that, and it continues to be, that should be controlled by the United States, not by Denmark.
Canada's Mark Carney, who traveled from Turkey to Saudi Arabia just as the war flared back up, appeared to lay the blame on Iran.
That's irresponsible. It's not right.
He also said he'd spoken with the U.S. president at length on the weekend, as well as briefly at the summit.
He was in a good mood at dinner last night.
But that good mood wasn't evident at NATO.
I'm very upset with NATO, that we pay far, far too much.
Last month at the G7 summit in France, Trump angered one of his closest European allies, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, by claiming she'd begged him for a photo.
Le dichiarazioni di Donald Trump sono dichiarazioni totalmente...
Meloni responded with an angry video saying Trump had lied. And I don't know why the President of the United States behaves this way towards his own allies. This isn't the first time. The Italian foreign minister canceled an upcoming trip to the U.S. Then, 2 days before the NATO summit, Trump reopened the dispute with an insulting AI-generated meme. And on arrival in Turkey, as well as threatening Greenland, he also picked a new fight with Spain.
I don't want anything to do with Spain. Cut off all trade with Spain.
Hours later, the U.S. Treasury Department said it was looking for Spanish products to tariff. There are signs that Europeans are growing tired of Trump's behavior, and rather than trying to mollify him, may have decided they just want to see less of him. NATO's final communique usually looks forward to next year's summit, which was scheduled to take place in Albania. But this year's communique made no mention of it, and the Italian admiral who chairs NATO's military committee now says it might not happen. Every NATO country has now met its NATO spending goals, but Trump continues to accuse many of being deadbeats. Trump's used NATO summits to denigrate the organization and call into question its core principle that all members must come to one another's defense if they're attacked. But it seems patience may finally be running out.
As conversations continue over the renovation of what is supposed to be the Prime Minister's official residence at 24 Sussex Drive, one Saanich resident is raising some questions about the home of the leader of the official opposition. She's launched a petition calling on the federal government to stop paying for it. Mackenzie Reid reports.
Canada's tradition of providing a residence in Ottawa for the official opposition leader is being questioned by someone thousands of kilometers away right here on Vancouver Island.
It is a 76-year-old tradition that the petition is suggesting is time to revisit.
Saanich's Carol Berman started a House of Commons petition calling on the federal government to stop funding the private residence known as Stornoway with taxpayer money.
I see Canada entering into a real transformational stage where we're building submarines, we're expanding ports, we're building all sorts of transmission lines. And it just wasn't fiscally prudent for us to be paying, as taxpayers, a 19-room private mansion for the leader of the opposition.
Stornoway, originally built in 1913, has been used as the official residence of the opposition leader since the 50s and was purchased by the federal government in 1970. Berman says Canada is the only Western democracy to fund a home for the opposition leader, and she's concerned about government spending.
Let's use our money where it will make a big difference in terms of seeing Canada become a leader in the global world. So can we build bridges or transmission lines or buy an MRI machine? I don't want to fund an old mansion.
I think really in any democracy, this is the kind of conversation we should be having. Is that where we want to spend our money?
Elizabeth May is sponsoring the petition, which now has more than 16,000 signatures.
I particularly think it's relevant now as Prime Minister Carney is saying, well, we've got to do something with 24 Sussex Drive, the official residence of the Prime Minister, which is basically a condemned building.
But Sussex Drive isn't the only residence needing work. According to a 2021 report by the National Capital Commission, Stornoway needs a $1.25 million investment over the next 10 years to address deferred maintenance. Berman says her petition has nothing to do with the current opposition leader or any party politics.
I think the leader of the opposition has a very important role in Canadian politics. What the petition and what I'm suggesting is the mansion is above and beyond what Canadian taxpayers need to pay.
The online petition is open until July 30th.
The building is stable, and yet we are going to continue to prioritize the safety of all in that immediate area.
Fears of a massive building collapse in the middle of New York City have subsided. Support columns buckled inside an under-construction luxury high-rise on Tuesday morning. Floors also started sagging, and a tilt to the building could be seen, triggering widespread evacuations. Construction teams worked through the night to shore up the building, and though no more movement has been detected, some areas around the site remain closed off. More than a dozen floors had recently been added to a 1970s-era building, the former headquarters of pharmaceutical giant Pfizer.
What do you mean?
Canadian Justin Bieber will be one of the headliners for the FIFA World Cup final halftime show. He's among an impressive set of company. We'll tell you more when CHEK News returns.
I'm Ed Bain. Your full island forecast is on the way, but first, here's a look at weather around the world. Sunny and warm in Spain as Barcelona hit 32. Over in Ireland, Cork hit 25 in a mix, and sunny and hot in Taiwan at 34 degrees.
Weather around the world is brought to you by ComSense Cabinets. Designed for your space, built for your life. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Real Rug Washing by Loverrug.com. Fall in love with your rugs all over again.
At The Brick, we have designs for every style, all at Canada's lowest prices, backed by our price match guarantee. The Brick, saving you more.
The absolute final deadline is only days away.
Get your VGH Plus Hometown Heroes lottery tickets now to win our biggest grand prize ever.
This is your last chance to win millions.
Last day to buy, midnight Friday.
Tickets at heroeslottery.com.
Jeep is for anyone. Anyone who gets it. Where a little mud means you're in. No signups, no introductions, just what we do. It's a club that knows how to take something with them and leave something behind. Built by the ones who started it and the ones taking it further. Jeep is not for everyone, but it is for anyone.
Fall is Victoria's hottest summer entertainment. Single game tickets on sale now. See you at the game. Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park.
You throwing that out? It's just one.
It's also just one for this tidy trucker, one for the backyard barbecuer, and one for the underpaid intern. Which means it isn't just one. Every beverage container matters. Don't trash them. Return them.
Not all pets are made the same. Clearly, their nutritional needs
are no different. At Royal Canin, we're obsessed with breed health, from coats to joints and digestion. It's food that's a perfect fit. Save 35% on Royal Canin with AutoShip at PetSmart.
Are you ready to take control of your finances, eliminate money stress, and achieve your financial goals? Introducing FinFit 90, a 12-week financial boot camp designed to transform your financial life. In just 90 days, you'll learn how to increase cash flow, pay off debt, build wealth, invest wisely, achieve lofty goals, and provide security for your family. There's no shortage of financial information out there. Just ask Google or AI. But how do you know what's credible? How do you know what's relevant to you? Are you even asking the right questions? And most importantly, are you taking action? The Wealthy Life created FinFit 90 to solve these challenges by providing reliable, expert-backed content and converting knowledge into action so you get real results. Join FinFit 90 today and start your journey to financial freedom.
Congratulations to the nominees.
The nominations for the 78th Emmys were announced today. Emmy winners Liza Colin-Zayas and Jeff Hiller hosted the event, and it was The Pit leading the way with the most nominations, including Noah Wyle for lead actor in a dramatic series. The HBO series Hacks generated the second most nods. Martin Short and Michael J. Fox were among the Canadians nominated. The 78th Emmys, hosted by multiple Emmy winner Mariska Hargitay, will be presented on Monday, September the 14th.
What do you mean?
Meantime, Canadian singer Justin Bieber has been named as one of the co-headliners for the World Cup final halftime show, along with Madonna, BTS, Coldplay, and Shakira, who actually released the official World Cup song this year. It's called Die Die. An impressive group for sure, but the halftime show is only scheduled for 11 minutes, so not sure how they're all going to fit in there. The World Cup final will be played on July 19th in New Jersey.
Oh my God, this is really good.
And if your favorite team has failed to reach the World Cup quarterfinals, there are still ways to savor the game, at least in Miami. A bakery in Florida is producing special soccer ball-shaped croissants. There are 6 varieties with unique fillings for the countries they represent: guava for Argentina, strawberry lemon for France, and chocolate buttercream for the U.S. Well, we're not talking croissants, we're talking crab, Ed, and I had my first fresh crab of the season last weekend, and it was delicious.
You know, crab is just, it's such a wonderful treat, isn't it? And the BC Crab Fest, what we're talking about tonight on the upside. So the 18th of July is the date for this one. We're here at Fisherman's Wharf. This, of course, is where all the commercial fishers work out of here, and they'll be gathering up the crab that everybody will be enjoying on the 18th of July at Ship Point. So that's where the event is going to happen. Find out more about this at bccrabfest.ca. Get your tickets, and keep in mind we're giving away, 4 buckets in total. So 2 prizes of 2 BC Boil buckets, the Crab Fest buckets, tonight on the email, but you need to use the right email. So sometimes we use the upside email. That's not the case tonight. You'll enter at contests, plural, at checknews.ca. So contests, plural, with an S at checknews.ca. And good luck. More about this, the big event coming up on the 18th when we come back on the upside here. Right after this forecast, which looks pretty good, we're going to bring in the Futurecast here again and show you that low way up with the Gulf that's driving in. Just a few light showers here and there, so that'll be the case for the North Island, the West, and the East through Thursday afternoon. So expect things to be a little unsettled in that area. Meanwhile, or otherwise mainly sunny here for the southern tip of the island, with temperatures a little above normal through Thursday, 22 to 24 degrees for highs. 21 is normal for this time of the year. We'll get back to those numbers and more cloud cover by the time we get into Friday. All right, to the North Island we go, and here's the way the next 24 hours will go up on the northern tip. So you'll see the showers moving in tonight and again tomorrow, down to 11, up around 15 for highs for tomorrow. Sayward getting about a 20-degree day. Shower chances there, but again, it's not all that strong at 30% on Thursday. Into the west now to Fino and Port Alberni. Temperatures around 12 or 13. Some northwest wind tonight and again tomorrow. Showers could pop up a little bit in the afternoon on the coast area, but not so much for the inland regions. So Port Alberni, Lake Cowichan, you should see a few little breaks of sunshine here and there. And a pretty mild day, 24 degrees. So some warmth coming back into play there for that section. And as we get over to the east now, the Comox Valley, Campbell River, Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan. Temperatures tomorrow heading for about 20 there for the east section, about 23 for Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan. And again, just a few showers are possible in the late part of the afternoon, primarily for the Comox Valley, but not so much for Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan. But keep in mind the UV indexes are very high here, 8 for tomorrow. Into the southern tip, Greater Victoria, and the rest of the southern tip of the island, we'll see a mostly clear night tonight. A little bit of west wind here, picking up 20 to 40, maybe even 60 across the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and that'll be the same case for tomorrow. So west wind with a mainly sunny day and a high of 22 on the way for us on Thursday. All right, 22, that's also the high for Vancouver for tomorrow as we flip over the BC map. Kamloops again with smoke issues, an orange warning for air quality through Kamloops because of the wildfire smoke, so be aware of that. Low 30s into Kelowna for high temperatures tomorrow, about 19 up in Prince George with a couple of showers, and hazy but mostly clear conditions there for Cranbrook at 29 degrees on Thursday. All right, coast to coast into the Alberta section here. First off, 21 in rain for Edmonton. Mixes of sunny cloud through Calgary at 25. Possible thunder showers getting into Regina tomorrow at 27. A full day of sunshine for the most part for Winnipeg, also at 27. Sunny and in the high 20s for Thunder Bay. And in Toronto, Ottawa, looking at thunder showers tomorrow. Same for Montreal. 26 for Montreal's high, about 30 into Toronto tomorrow. And out to Halifax, where a full day of sunshine awaits you with a 30-degree high tomorrow, and in rain, and 15 for St. John's. All right, to the extended look we go. So North Island stays a little unsettled tonight and again tomorrow with showers on and off through that section of your day. But tomorrow, or excuse me, Friday, things will be a little brighter, a little mix of sunny cloud on Friday and 15, cloudy and 14, a mix and 16 for Sunday. And then that shower chance going from 30 to about 60% by Tuesday of next week. So things don't really warm up all that much there for the North Island. A little better for the South, though, or the Central, rather. We're going to see temperatures in around 20 degrees for Thursday and Friday. Occasional showers both days, and then mixes of sunny cloud for the weekend and the start of next week. Temperatures go from 19 Saturday to 23 and 24 by the beginning of next week. And for the South Island, we'll be in mostly sunshine tomorrow, low 20s for Thursday, about 20 in cloud cover on Friday, and then we should start to break out a nice mix and a nice run of temperatures here between 21 and 24 degrees right into Tuesday of next week for the South Island. All right, as usual, here come our celebration mentions tonight for Country Grocer as we wish Laura Marchand a happy 90th birthday in Saanich and a happy 90th as well to Dorothy Marshall. And Dorothy lives up there in Duncan. Birthday for Gloria Ash. Happy 90th to you, Gloria, in Langford. And we hope it's been a great 93rd birthday in Parksville for Mary Elder tonight. And a birthday in Victoria for John Walton. So happy birthday to you, John. Hope it's been a great night for you and a great day at 93. And two more to go. Margaret Shirley, happy 96 to you, Margaret. And Margaret lives in Saanich. And in beautiful Sydney by the Sea, Marge Nelson enjoying 98th birthday today. So congratulations to everybody on behalf of Country Grocer, your friends at CHEK, and, of course, your friends here at the BC Crab Fest on the 18th of July. So make a plan to be a part of it. Go to bccrabfest.ca, get your tickets, and enjoy some of that delicious crab that you had just enjoyed recently, Stacy.
Oh, boy, I'd love to have a big plateful of it right now.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, so would I.
Oh, boy. All right, thanks, Ed. We'll find out more with Jeff in just a minute. The West Coast Baseball League's All-Star Game festivities set for next week in Victoria with the Home Run Derby on July 14th and the game itself on the 15th, and the All-Star rosters have been announced.
And it's swung on and it's missed at 92.
The host HarbourCats with 4 players named to the North Division roster, including pitcher Eric Rico, who started last night for the HarbourCats against the Bend Elks. He'll be joined by fellow pitcher Jeremiah Arnett, infielder David Cron, who is among the league leaders in home runs, and third baseman and outfielder Matt Wesley among the leaders in hits.
First pitch, line drive to left field. Oh, ball's going to the wall.
The Nanaimo Night Owls have 2 All-Stars named as well, pitcher Jackson McDonald and outfielder Ethan Reynolds. And Reynolds had a huge game in Edmonton this week. The league leader in batting average went 3 for 5, all doubles, and he drove in 4 runs, leading the Owls to a 12-4 win to open that 3-game set against the Riverhawks.
Checkpoint is brought to you by Traveland RV, now in the Cowichan Valley and Parksville. Get your affordable, reusable vacation today.
On Checkpoint tonight, we're asking, should adults be required to wear life jackets while boating? And our web poll results show 91% of you say yes, life jackets should be mandatory. 9% say no, they shouldn't. Much more still to come. Look at those beauties. We're talking Crab Fest with Jeff King. The Upside is back after a short break.
A line isn't a limit. It's a starting point. Remitly helps turn hard work into steady progress by keeping your money in play. Move, manage, grow your money worldwide. Remitly keeps up with your global life.
When I was younger, I thought purpose had to be big, like changing the world. But then there's the little things, like fueling someone's car before an early shift, or helping someone find the perfect bottle to toast a special occasion, making sure the shelves are full so a family can cook dinner, so those kids can have their favorite treats, like giving back, like making everyone's day just a bit better. Maybe that's exactly our purpose.
Renovation, meet innovation. With the Bathfitter PermaFit solution, we measure with laser precision and custom manufacture your bath or shower so it fits perfectly over your old one. We install in a day with no demo or mess. For over 40 years, Bathfitter has been creating durable baths and showers with seamless watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. It's a smart, custom-made, cost-effective solution, and it's guaranteed for life. Go to bathfitter.com. It just fits.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group.
Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
Are you struggling to read? Do faces look blurry? These could be early signs of macular degeneration. Island Eye Care is your solution for preserving your vision. Our specialized Macumira treatment is a safe, non-invasive therapy for macular degeneration. It's designed to support your eye's natural function and protect the vision you have, and possibly even improve how clearly you see. Macumira's clinically proven treatment is Health Canada approved. Regain your ocular health and wellness. Call Island Eye Care today.
Do you have any strawberries? We sure do. And they're extra fresh.
Oh. A little extra freshness can mean a lot. Save on foods.
New Finish Quantum Ultra Max costs less than Cascade. This just makes sense.
It makes sense because nothing cleans better than Finish. See the cleaning power?
Whoa.
It costs less per wash. That's why it makes sense.
Attention, Finish is an unbeatable clean and value.
Are you ready, team?
Ready to outrun your trivia competition?
That is a huge number.
Where knowledge isn't power.
Are you ready to catch her?
It's survival.
Don't stop me now. Let's get to it.
The chase is on. Wednesdays at 9 on CHEK. The Upside is brought to you by IBEW Local 230.
All right, back to Fisherman's Wharf we go. Jeff King is here to talk about Crab Fest, and we saw some of the crabs just a couple of minutes ago, and you got to be careful how you pick those suckers up because they can do some damage.
Yeah, you know what? And I've had the red rock bite me before, and I think that's even worse, but these are the dungies. I've not been snapped by one of these yet, but Heather McLeod has. And Misty Olson's the dancing crab over here on this side, but I'll start with you. You've had them clamp down on you.
Oh yeah, it hurts.
And your husband's one of the fishers that heads out and one of the suppliers of Crab Fest, which is coming up July 18th. And you were saying the portions, the portion of crab people get are huge.
Yes, it's a generous portion of crab in one bowl that we call a bucket.
Yeah. What else is in that bucket? Because there's lots of tasty things.
We have Salt Spring Island mussels, potatoes, corn, a very generous portion of butter if you want it. It's delicious.
Baguette in there as well.
Baguette from Irene's.
Yeah, I like that. It's a celebration, isn't it? I mean, come down, celebrate, what we do here on the West Coast and enjoy some time with friends and family.
Yes, it's definitely a celebration of BC culture, our food waterways here, all featuring the beautiful BC Dungeness crab boil. It's delicious.
Yeah, it is. Misty, you were at it last year.
Oh, yeah.
How great is it? Brag about it a little.
So much fun. It's a great way to get your family out. Food brings people together, so it's a great opportunity to bring your family out, have a good time, listen to some live music.
Oh, who's the live music?
We have a full program all day long, but we do have sunset beverages from 8 to 10 with Adrian from Towers and Trees. So he's coming. So we're really excited to have him come moonlight the festival this year.
I like that. Ride your bike downtown, have the crab, have a couple drinks, and ride home and be safe.
You bet.
Yeah.
Be safe and eat lots of crab.
Okay. We have a charity component to this as well. So there's no admission per se. You got to buy your bucket, but there's a few charities that we're supporting as well.
Yeah, definitely. So the festival is by donation to enter. This year we're supporting Mustard Seed, Camosun College Culinary Program, and BC Crab Fishermen's Association. And we also have a 50-50 on site to support our Camosun College students who are basically cooking up the boil for us. It's going to be, it's giving back. Yeah, you're getting a beautiful big portion of crab with your ticket. That also includes your admission.
Right, I like that. You were talking about your husband and the people that get out there and get the crab. You said, that's a tough job. This is tough work.
It is a tough job.
Yeah.
He goes out every day. It doesn't matter whether it's sunny or freezing or windy. He's out there. It's also hard to be married to a fisherman. No, I'm kidding.
Tough to be married to an upside guy, too. Let me tell you that. His hands are probably not as soft as mine are. So let's talk dates and times.
July 18th, the festival opens at 11 o'clock and it shuts down at 10. But again, we have sunset beverages from 8 until 10 o'clock. So the kitchen does close at 8 o'clock. Right. So get your tickets. Get your tickets
and you book your time, right?
So you book your time. There's a lunch. Lunch is from 11 until 2:30. And then we have from 2:30 to 5:30. 5:30 to 8, I feel like I'm being tested here. But there are 3 different seatings. So if you go online to bccrabfest.ca, you can pick your window. And then, of course, at 8 o'clock, kitchen closes. And then we have sunset beverages from 8 till 10. So it really sort of shifts over to just some fun and some music and beverages and good times.
Dancing crabs. When we were talking earlier, too, I mean, just because we don't want all these plastic bibs flying around, so either wear an old shirt or do what Ed did last year.
Don't wear one.
No shirt. Yeah, he looked great, didn't he? Yeah, he just wiped himself down and away he went. So listen, we're giving away two bucket prizes.
BC crab boil bucket.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You said it much more eloquently than I did. Go to contest@cheknews.ca. That's the crab. That's the Salt Spring Island mussels, the corn, the potatoes, the baguette, and a whole lot of fun. So Crab Fest, guys, bccrabfest.ca. That's where you get your tickets. We're at Fisherman's Wharf tonight, but of course it's all in the Inner Harbor at Ship Point on July the 18th, and it's going to be yumminess for sure.
Boy, it sure is. There are a few things tastier than fresh BC crab.
Right.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll hear more next hour.
Okay.
Crab, bucket, and shirts optional. Sounds fantastic.
That sounds like perfect for me. Like, there's a great restaurant in Seattle called the Crab Pot. Have you ever been there?
That is, yes, I have.
They do that kind of thing where they put it all together, the crab and the mussels and the vegetables together, and you just go at it. You got your mallet and your butter and go to it.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. All right, we do need to have Check News at 6, Paul. So what you got coming up for us?
So we're going to have new details, obviously, on that boat that went down outside of Richmond. Obviously a horrific situation, some new details there. We're actually going to hear from an underwater expert, sort of explain what's happening below the surface right now. It's a fascinating interview that's coming up. Operation Hardball, which is a crackdown on organized crime with gangsters based in India. There's a big push, and businesses believe this is going to do a lot for public safety. So we'll have more on that situation, and then we got a great story later in the show. Now, any brides-to-be know that it's key to have a room where the bride and the bridesmaids can get ready. Right?
Yep.
That's key for a wedding.
Yep.
Well, there was a big hotel mix-up, and it turns out a bride was not going to have that room. So she reached out to an unusual organization, and they have made good on that. So it's a horrible way of teasing the story, but it is a great story. And the organization is very well known as well. So yeah, it's a cute little story.
I'm intrigued. Interesting. All right, that all sounds good. Paul, thanks so much. And thank you for being here. That's a wrap for me. I'm Stacey Ross. Hope you have a great Wednesday evening. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay here. Paul's got CHEK News at 6 coming up next. Take care.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that.
Tonight, Saanich murder. Why an assault charge from last week was upgraded today.
Every day, I can feel it growing.
Drug coverage denied. Why a Comox woman says her best chance of survival won't be covered by the province. Plus,
definitely some fear, anxiety, concerns running around.
Esquimalt brush fires to flare up. Why there's fears it may be intentional. This is CHEK News at 6. Good evening, thank you for joining us. We are learning more tonight about an assault at a Saanich apartment last week. The victim has died in hospital, and the charge has now been upgraded to murder. Corey Sidaway is covering that story in Saanich tonight. Corey, you got some new insight today from people in that area.
Yeah, here at this apartment on Quadra near Mackenzie in Saanich, neighbors tell me that two workers got into a fight on Friday, a fight police now say turned deadly.
I asked one of my neighbors, she was saying like they are worker here, like a kind of maintenance, like a painting kind of, and they get fight, but I don't know what reason.
30-year-old Suleiman Budak was arrested at the scene, initially charged with aggravated assault, but after the victim, Marek Kutbay, died in hospital, Saanich police upgraded the charge to murder. First-degree murder, to be specific, the most serious homicide classification applied to killings police believe are planned and deliberate. As to the relationship between the suspect and the victim, police wouldn't confirm any further other than saying the two were known to each other. The Canadian Turkish Educational Cultural Foundation says the victim, Kutbay, was a Turkish national. They're trying to raise money to fly his body back to Turkey to his family, calling his death on the phone with me today horrible. Budak remains in custody, and it appears to be his first-time offense that he's been charged with. No other registered charges yet in British Columbia. And then there's what we don't know, what evidence police might have that they feel might establish intent, something that's necessary to prove first-degree murder charges in court. We also don't know ultimately how the victim died and Budak's plea, whether it'll be guilty or not guilty. Ultimately, all those details will come out through the court process as it kicks off. Budak's first appearance is July 22nd.
Thank you, Corey. That's Corey Sidaway in Saanich tonight. Well, a Comox Valley woman fighting breast cancer has been told the province won't cover a drug that would improve her chances of survival. The 6 doses would only cost $24,000, but as Dean Stoltz reports, the woman is now forced to find that money herself.
47-year-old Jennifer Beharrell's life took a dramatic turn for the worse after a visit to a doctor in May.
So I found a lump on May 23rd. On June 5th, they did a biopsy, and they confirmed on June 9th that I had a rare, aggressive type of cancer.
The diagnosis was inflammatory HER2-positive breast cancer and a rapidly growing tumor in her left breast.
And then when I saw the surgeon, they confirmed that it was actually 6 centimeters. And since then, it's grown to 6 inches. Every day, I can feel it growing.
She says due to it being inflammatory cancer, it could spread if a mastectomy is done first, so her team of doctors want to do chemotherapy first. One of the drugs she needs to increase her chances of survival is pertuzumab, which would give her an 80+% chance of a complete recovery. Without it, her chances drop to 20%. But she found out this week that the province of BC has denied funding for that drug.
Obviously, it was devastating. I felt confident that this was going to give me the best chance.
I think it's just an absolute shame.
Beverly Wood is Jennifer's best friend.
We're watching a lot of money leave this country for foreign aid, and we're bailing out developers and we're hosting things like FIFA, but the very people that are footing those bills, the taxpayers, can't get help when their life is on the line.
Important to note is the cost of the drug, not expensive at all in the whole provincial healthcare scheme of things. 6 doses at $4,000 each for a total of $24,000. Money Jennifer doesn't have, but surely the government does, she says.
I'm trying not to go too much down a rabbit hole, but with all the money that's wasted in this province, I've been paying taxes since I was 14 years old. What's $24,000?
The Ministry of Health says it was still working on a response to our questions at our deadline today. The good news is that since our interview, Jennifer has been able to obtain 60% of the funding through the OnCare Roche Patient Assistance Program. Her friend has also set up this GoFundMe to help cover some of the costs. But Jennifer says the province shouldn't make it so hard for people who need life-saving drugs.
I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm trying anything I can. And this is not just for me. Even if it doesn't help me, maybe it'll help somebody in the future.
Well, the death toll has climbed from the boat sinking near Richmond last month. One of the 4 people rescued from the ocean has now died, while RCMP are still working to recover the remains of 6 others. One expert says conditions will make recovery efforts very challenging. Here's Michelle Gassou.
The deadly boat sinking in the Georgia Strait 10 days ago has claimed another life. Richmond RCMP confirmed one of the 4 people rescued when the charter vessel sank has died in hospital. They say she was a 28-year-old Chinese citizen living in Seattle. Police are also sharing the ages of the 6 people presumed drowned, all in their 20s and 30s. And while RCMP have now located the vessel, they have yet to recover any remains.
So too deep for divers. They looked around the seabed around the boat. They didn't see any bodies at this time.
The boat is resting on the ocean floor 153 meters below the surface. Waters so deep, RCMP have deployed a remote underwater vehicle to investigate the wreckage.
At 1,000 feet of water, the water pressure pushing on that joint, we call that end load.
Jeff Heaton is president of Newtco Research, which specializes in deep diving submersibles. He consulted RCMP on the case and says powerful currents will make the next step, entering the vessel, challenging.
It's going to be difficult to enter that, to enter the cabin. You can certainly break windows. Doors will likely be closed. Given the poor visibility and the current, that would be a very, very difficult task.
But he says the vessel is upright, so bringing it to the surface may still be possible.
Getting this vessel back would be important because, we're going to learn something and maybe save a life down the road.
A critical step in determining what made a day on the water turn deadly.
Meantime, the RCMP's Tactical Marine Operations team released video of a major rescue in the Burrard Inlet on Sunday. The team responding to a distress call for an overturned canoe. Officers found 11 people, several of them young, clinging to the side of the boat. All 11 were pulled to safety, suffering from exposure to cold water, but with no other major injuries. Police are once again reminding boaters that life jackets can significantly increase survival. Air quality warnings now in place in parts of the BC interior because of wildfire smoke from multiple blazes around Boston Bar. This the scene in Kamloops Tuesday night. The city says the smoke blowing in from the fires around Boston Bar, which is about 120 kilometers away. There is a wildfire burning near Kamloops as well, but that's not causing the apocalyptic scenes. More evacuations are now in place from the Boston Bar wildfires, which are now more than 10,000 hectares in size combined. Environment Canada's Air Quality Health Index jumped from a 3 to a 10 plus in Kamloops last night, which is the highest level possible. It did clear up a little bit today, but air quality warnings do remain in place. Well, some families in Esquimalt on edge tonight after 2 brush fires near military housing. It happened last night, and while the base fire department is now looking into the cause, some people are worried the fires were intentionally set. Here's Ollie Herrera.
On Gulf Hill, near McLaughlin Point, CFB Esquimalt firefighters are still scanning the ground, looking for any remnants from 2 brush fires last night. This one here was the largest of the 2, according to the fire chief.
Found 2 fires, one smaller than the other, the largest fire approximately 200 feet by 50 feet. Crews also responded with the Esquimalt Fire Department, who was a mutual aid partner with us.
The fires were found about 100 meters apart from each other, one at the end of the road down a walking path, the other larger fire near the coastline. This is just one of several times fire crews have been out checking for flames or hotspots since the fires were first reported just after 10 last night.
I ran to the house directly ahead of the fire to notify them, terrifying them because I'm banging and ringing the doorbell, and then they realized there was a fire directly behind their house.
Emily Mayer was in the right place at the right time, calling 911 after she saw the fire growing from her driveway.
All 3 of my kids were sleeping. I ripped them out and shoved my cats in a crate and the dog and threw them, everyone in the car, just so that they were all in one location. But yeah, that was a whirlwind.
Mayor and some other neighbors CHEK News spoke to say they've heard the fires may have been intentionally set.
Definitely some fear, anxiety, concerns running around.
The fire chief isn't confirming a cause or if the fires are suspicious.
There isn't anything that's suspicious in nature at the moment. The fire is under investigation. We have our CFB Esquimalt fire investigators reviewing the fire and with the military police, and nothing has been found yet.
The chief says the fires were at a level 2 with flames roughly 1 to 2 feet high, and they fortunately didn't spread to any trees. While the investigation is ongoing, the base chief is issuing a reminder.
And people need to be very cautious of what they're doing. Everything's dry, can lead to bigger fires.
Fire crews will be on site over the coming days as they continue scanning for any hotspots.
Well, some very tough news for a popular event in the harbor city. The Nanaimo Dragon Boat Festival, set to take place this weekend, has been canceled. Organizers are putting the blame on the World Cup. They say the tournament forced other events to change their dates, and this would have landed 2 dragon boat events in that city back to back. They also cite the economy and low local turnout as other factors. Organizers are vowing to see the event, which has been in the city for 23 years, return next year. Well, the team at the Marine Education and Research Society are pretty excited about this, a rare sighting of a long-beaked common dolphin. The mammal spotted northwest of Vancouver Island this month. Researchers say it's unusual for these mammals to be spotted north of California, although its presence may coincide with warm water conditions. Experts say this one appears to be a juvenile. All right, time now to turn things over to the upside, guys. And guys, you know what? You certainly have range. Kinky boots last night, Crab Fest tonight. You can do it all.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. And of course, I had the boots on. We had a picture of that last night for the kinky boots.
You know what? The boots with the hat.
With the hat, I know. Why didn't
and no shirt. And some Daisy Duke shorts.
I
think we got ourselves
canceled. Well, I'll tell you what. When it's time for Crab Fest, I just might show up in that exact outfit. Imagine trying to eat when I
wasn't going to be camping, but I think I would come back from camping.
You might want to be around for that one.
Oh,
yeah, the day Ed wrecked Crab Fest.
Yes.
Well, Crab Fest will not be wrecked. It'll be the 18th of July at Ship Point. We are down here at Fisherman's Wharf tonight. This is where all the fishermen, the fishers will head off as they do every day, crab fishing to make sure the Crab Fest has got all the delicious Dungeness crab you would expect and need.
And you get your bucket. You get your big bucket, which has like a couple of crabs. Look at your eyes.
Yeah, just agreeing with you, man.
I like that. You get a couple of crab. You get the Salt Spring Island What are we getting in
you
there?
get the mussels.
Mussels.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, yeah. Mussels, sorry.
How could you forget about
How
that?
could you get corn, you get potatoes, you get baguette, and you get as much butter as you could possibly drink.
Yeah, if you want to have a half a glass for yourself and use the rest on the crab, that's up to you.
Butter shots?
Yeah, and you know what they say about crab? It is elbow licking good. That's the beauty of that.
And we said, speaking of no shirt, you either, you might drip on your shirt, so just take her off.
Take her off. Yeah, don't wear something expensive.
No,
because there's a good likelihood of some
That's right.
spillage.
We're giving away though. We're giving away some buckets.
Yeah, 2 buckets for the Crab Fest event on the 18th of July. We've got a special email entry point for you on this one. So it's contests with an S at checknews.ca. Contests at checknews.ca. Just enter there, you fill out the form, and we'll see who wins the buckets tomorrow.
I'm going to run over to Shoal Point Coffee House, see if they got a pair of scissors. Cut those jeans off, and we'll be back. We'll be back for the weather here.
That's right.
In just a little while. I'll cut them extra high. I'll cut them up there.
Oh, wait, I can hear the clicking of the off button on TVs all across the island right now.
I was going to say, that's the ultimate tease in more ways than one. All right, guys, we'll check in very, very soon. Coming up, why U.S. President Donald Trump was ruffling feathers on the final day of the NATO summit. Plus,
this is the kind of conversation we should be having.
Funding Flight, the island woman who started a petition over a unique political topic. We're back in 90 seconds.
The Canadian dollar was up to 70.55 US. The TSX fell nearly 337 points. The Dow lost almost 577. The Nasdaq added about 52. Gold in the red, $75 an ounce, and oil increased 308 to 73.52 a barrel.
Charlie's having a friend over.
Oh.
Yo, we brought chips. Just a few more kids.
Enjoy.
Insurance, more human.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group.
Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
Live viewing on the big screen, live entertainment, and free family-friendly programming. Experience the Summer of Soccer in downtown Victoria. Catch the action at participating bars, pubs, and community events until July 19th. Visit dvba.ca/Summer of Soccer.
Since 1967, Island Marble has been Victoria's bathroom specialist. Thank you for making us part of your renovation journey over the years. We promise to keep delivering expert craftsmanship and outstanding service. Discover the possibilities at Island Marble.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Island Eye Care, Victoria's dry eye treatment center. Do your eyes itch, water, or burn? Discover the long-term relief you deserve. Say goodbye to dry eye.
When local news matters the most, CHEK now sends updates right to your inbox. Local news, local events, local people, 7 days a week. Subscribe on checknews.ca. Proudly supported by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
Major concern with the U.S. and Iran exchanging dozens of strikes overnight, raising the prospects of renewed hostilities. It's the most serious threat to the 3-week-old ceasefire agreement. Iran saying it will respond fearlessly after U.S. President Donald Trump unleashed a tirade of insults about the leadership in Tehran, declaring the ceasefire over. Trump later seemed to walk that back, saying he didn't think the war would resume and that anything that happened would be over quickly, saying he's not looking for a long-term conflict. He did say the U.S. would keep striking Iran if it continued to fire on ships.
He was in a good mood at dinner last night.
And I'm very upset with NATO that we pay far, far too much.
Meantime, President Trump continues to ruffle feathers at the final day of the NATO summit in Turkey. Trump doubled down on Greenland, aired grievances about fellow members, and had some harsh comments for Spain. There are signs that European leaders are growing tired of Trump, and it seems they're trying to see less of him, with the next NATO summit in Albania now up in the air. Prime Minister Mark Carney is now heading to Saudi Arabia. Well, a BC father who killed his children in 2008 has been deemed to pose a risk that's manageable in the community. The British Columbia Review Board has granted Alan Schoenborn a conditional discharge requiring that he live under supervision. The board says Schoenborn's mental state has been stable for years and he has been compliant with his medication. But the board stopped short of an absolute discharge, pointing to an expert report that says the risk of stopping treatment and relapsing would increase without oversight. Well, an international crackdown of organized crime based in India has some BC business owners breathing a sigh of relief. Dozens of alleged gangsters have been charged for things like murder, drug trafficking, and extortions, which is providing some hope for public safety. Here's John Hernandez.
It was really hard time for us.
Sanjay Bajaj just wants business to go back to normal. 3 of his restaurants have been shot at over the past year. Each time, demands for cash followed.
We need the $1 million. If you are giving to us in 2 days, is good. Otherwise, you are responsible to your family and everything.
Bajaj is among many people in Surrey celebrating sweeping arrests targeting organized crime based in India. RCMP, the FBI, and other police agencies have announced charges against 36 suspects, including Bishnoi gang leader Lawrence Bishnoi and his North American leader Satinderjeet Singh, a.k.a. Goldie Brar, who is still at large. The crimes include murder, shootings, and extortions committed in BC and abroad.
Yes, this is the good achievement for the system because they are failure for last 8 months.
24 people have been arrested, 3 in BC with alleged ties to drug trafficking. Indictments claim Kingpin Ravinder Danda smuggled truckloads of cocaine and methamphetamines into Canada while based in White Rock. None of the allegations have been proven in court yet.
The shocking news was there are people who looks like same you and me. And they were involved in this type of things, and they're local businessmen, and they're transporting drugs for the syndicate.
Community advocate and radio host Gurpreet Sahota says there's a palpable feeling of relief in Surrey. Still, he wants more people to speak out.
There are people in the community who knows things, who knows these people who are hiding, and they should come up front. And this is about our public safety as a whole community, and our image is at the stake.
But for victims like Sanjay Bajaj, he fears the people who threatened his family are still out there.
We don't know. We don't know the face. No?
Anxiety and cautious optimism for a community facing violence for years.
Well, Air Canada has unveiled its new CEO. Anko van der Werf is currently the head of Scandinavian Airlines, and the Dutch-born executive posted a video message today where he noted he can speak French.
Air Canada is a leading airline recognized worldwide, an iconic Canadian company, and one of the largest corporate headquarters in Montreal. I am also mindful of the importance of serving Canadians in both official languages. And that is a fundamental responsibility for Air Canada, and I'm fully committed to upholding it in the course of my duties.
The current head, Michael Rousseau, is not bilingual, a fact that upset some Canadians when he offered condolences on a deadly Air Canada crash in only English. Rousseau is set to retire at the end of August. Well, a Victoria woman has launched a petition over something that rarely gets much attention. She's calling out federal funding over housing for the leader of the official opposition, taking her fight to Ottawa. Here's Mackenzie Reid.
Canada's tradition of providing a residence in Ottawa for the official opposition leader is being questioned by someone thousands of kilometers away right here on Vancouver Island.
It is a 76-year-old tradition that the petition is suggesting is time to revisit.
Saanich's Carol Berman started a House of Commons petition calling on the federal government to stop funding the private residence known as Stornoway with taxpayer money.
I see Canada entering into a real transformational stage where we're building submarines, we're expanding ports, we're building all sorts of transmission lines. And it just wasn't fiscally prudent for us to be paying, as taxpayers, a 19-room private mansion for the leader of the opposition.
Stornoway, originally built in 1913, has been used as the official residence of the opposition leader since the 50s and was purchased by the federal government in 1970. Berman says Canada is the only Western democracy to fund a home for the opposition leader, and she's concerned about government spending.
Let's use our money where it will make a big difference in terms of seeing Canada become a leader in the global world. So can we build bridges or transmission lines or buy an MRI machine? I don't want to fund an old mansion.
I think really in any democracy, this is the kind of conversation we should be having. Is that where we want to spend our money?
Elizabeth May is sponsoring the petition, which now has more than 16,000 signatures.
I particularly think it's relevant now as Prime Minister Carney is saying, well, we've got to do something with 24 Sussex Drive, the official residence of the Prime Minister, which is basically a condemned building.
But Sussex Drive isn't the only residence needing work. According to a 2021 report by the National Capital Commission, Stornoway needs a $1.25 million investment over the next 10 years to address deferred maintenance. Berman says her petition has nothing to do with the current opposition leader or any party politics.
I think the leader of the opposition has a very important role in Canadian politics. What the petition and what I'm suggesting is the mansion is above and beyond what Canadian taxpayers need to pay.
The online petition is open until July 30th.
I'm Ed Bain. Your full island forecast is on the way, but first, here's a look at weather around the world. Sunny and warm in Spain as Barcelona hit 32. Over in Ireland, Cork hit 25 at a mix, and sunny and hot in Taiwan at 34 degrees.
Weather around the world is brought to you by ComSense Cabinets. Designed for your space, built for your life.
Did you know forestry helps drive BC's economy? It helps pay for education and healthcare for all British Columbians. Without forestry jobs, our province's standard of living would decline. No other industry can replace its value. If not forestry, then what?
At Kia Victoria, we believe that businesses should give back to the community that supports them. As a family business, that's something we take seriously. That's why we collect thousands of socks for people in need, run food drives, support local programs and charities, and sponsor kids' sports teams across the South Island. We're proud to be part of this community, and we're truly grateful for the Islanders who trust us with their business year after year.
Why do we do it, Travis? Because it's the right thing to do.
Kia Victoria, on government at Hillside.
Dive into adventure with Prince of Wales. Experience the trip of a lifetime watching orcas, humpback whales, and more. Book now, only at princeofwales.com.
Broadmead, Oak Bay, Colwood, and the all-new Qualicum Beach Hearing Clinic. 4 convenient locations with one commitment: your optimal hearing health. Our team of hearing professionals have advanced university-level training and are experts at diagnosing and treating hearing loss, balance disorders, and tinnitus. We seek to improve your quality of life with a solution tailored to you. Broadmead, Oak Bay, Colwood, and the all-new Qualicum Beach Hearing Clinic.
Wow, look at all of those people.
Sea
So
of people. Live July 12th, Victoria Pride Society presents Victoria Pride Parade.
It's our community coming together.
Because love is love.
Hosted by your favorite weekend news team, Scott V and Tess Van Stratton.
So incredible.
With special guest Eddie Licious. Coverage starts at 11:15 on CHEK, CHEK Plus, and YouTube. Brought to you by Third Space Movement and Helijet.
Proudly supported by CHEK.
It's Pride 2026. Celebrate with the Victoria Pride Society and great events for everyone. It starts off with the Memorial Drag Ball game at Vic West Park. Queer Lit takes the stage at the Victoria Conference Centre with Pride in the Word, or party with your pet and get your steps in at the Big Gay Dog Walk. It all culminates with the Pride Parade and Festival downtown and at McDonald Park in James Bay. Vancouver Island, you're invited. Let's celebrate Pride.
The fun never stops at Wheel.
You got it! It's a call! You're a millionaire!
Wheel of Fortune, Monday to Saturday at 7 on CHEK. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Real Rug Washing by Loverrug.com. Fall in love with your rugs all over again.
Congratulations to the nominees.
The nominations for the 78th Emmy Awards announced today, and it was The Pit leading the way with the most nominations, including Noah Weil for lead actor in a drama series. The HBO series Hacks garnered the second most nods. Martin Short and Michael J. Fox among the Canadians nominated. The 78th Emmy Awards will be presented on Monday, September 14th.
What do you mean?
Hey, it's the Biebs. Canadian singer Justin Bieber has been named as one of the co-headliners for the World Cup final halftime show, along with Madonna, BTS, Coldplay, and Shakira, who actually released the official World Cup song this year called Die Die. I think that's what it's called. An impressive group for sure. The halftime show is only scheduled for 11 minutes, so not sure how they're all going to be able to fit it in. The World Cup final will be played July 19th in New Jersey. And you know, Ed, FIFA's very tight about those start times, so you can't be a second over, right?
Yeah, you don't want to be, like you book Doug and the Slugs. Those Slugs are always late, so you can't be late for the gig, for sure. And it's just to be clear, it's BTS, not BTO, right?
Yes, BTO just got left out again. I was hoping for BTO, but yeah, BTS, they're a K-pop band. They're very popular.
Okay. Well, they couldn't have done taking care of business in under 11 minutes anyway, so probably just as well. Yeah. All right, well, here we are downtown Fisherman's Wharf. Precisely here's where the boats are all heading out each and every day to make sure there's plenty of crab for Crab Fest coming up on the 18th of July, not here, but at Ship Point. Make sure you plan to be a part of this one. Great food. I mean, Dungeness crab, it gets no more delicious than that. These pots contain mussels and crab and butter and corn and everything you'd want in a good feast. So 18th of July, details at bccrabfest.ca, and have a chance to win a couple of BC Crab Fest boil buckets that we're giving away tonight just by entering at this email address, contests@cheknews.ca, and contest with an S at the end. All right, let's go to the Futurecast and take a look at where how things are shaping up as we get closer to the weekend. So still some unsettled conditions up on the northern tip here. You can see that low has been fairly stationary up there just off the Gulf, and it's going to spin in a couple of showers by overnight tonight and into tomorrow for a few areas, the north, east on them, maybe tomorrow afternoon for the east, and same thing for the west as well. But after that, things are going to start to clear nicely here. Temperatures will move up a little bit by the time we get into tomorrow afternoon to about 24 degrees, and then back to more normal numbers, 20s and 21s in for the weekend. But it should be at least partially sunshine through really most of that stretch from the weekend into next week. All right, let's go to the North Island, and here's the way things go for tonight and tomorrow. Showers forecast in both periods here, 11 for the low, 15 for the high, and then showers over in Sayward as well. But again, that chance is sitting around 30%. Into the west side here, so there's the showers are possible here tonight, and then again later days, so more of an afternoon possibility for showers and some northwest wind, 30 to 50 in the gust there for Tofino. Port Alberni, we'll see temperatures go down to about 13 overnight tonight and top out at about 24 for tomorrow. So it's going to be a mainly cloudy day, but a good temperature there for Port Alberni, and Lake Cowichan getting about the same treatment as well at 24 in mainly cloud on Thursday. East section now, the Comox Valley and Campbell River. Cloud will increase tonight. It drops to 13, hits about 20 at best for tomorrow, so a little shy of seasonal numbers, and in the afternoon could carry a couple of showers. Again, that chance in that 30 and 40% possibility range for the east section. Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan, things look pretty good. As a matter of fact, the UV is going to be very high tomorrow at 8, so be aware of that, but mixes of sun and cloud through all of this area, and 23 for the high for Thursday. Down to Greater Victoria, the southern tip, still sitting about 19 degrees down here at Fisherman's Wharf tonight. We'll drop to about 12, just a couple of clouds here and there, but things will thicken up a little bit overnight tonight. So we're going to start off a bit hazy again tomorrow morning, eventually clearing in the afternoon, and we should be around that 22-degree mark for tomorrow. So a little ahead of seasonal, and some west wind here and there for the southern tip. Into the BC map, things are smoky again through Kamloops. They have an orange air advisory warning in place there for Kamloops, with the wildfire smoke affecting the air quality quite dramatically there for Kamloops. Kelowna stays mostly sunny and 31, 22 in the mix for Vancouver, 19 for Prince George, and sunny but hazy conditions out in Cranbrook at 29 degrees on Thursday. All right, coast to coast, from rain coming into Edmonton at 21 for tomorrow. Calgary gets a mix in 25. Mostly sunshine through Saskatoon at 24. Thunder showers again for Regina at 27. Winnipeg stays mostly sunny, also at 27, and into the high 20s for Thunder Bay and the Sun. Thunder showers for Ottawa, Montreal, and Toronto tomorrow, about 30 for Toronto's high, and 30 for Halifax as well, but mostly sunshine there. And a rain day for St. John's as they go to 15. Now, to the extended forecast we go. So it stays somewhat showery for Thursday for the North Island at 15. Temperatures don't get much warmer than about 18 here over the next several days. So a mix on Friday and 15. Full cloud for Saturday, back into a mix again for the end of the weekend, and then both Monday and Tuesday are slightly unsettled with 18 on Monday and 16 on Tuesday with a shower chance at 60%. Central Island, 30 to 40% shower chances here both tomorrow and Friday. Should see about 20 in for the highs, so we're going to be on the cool side on Saturday at 19. A mix of sun and cloud for the weekend, gradually bumping up to 22s and 24s by Tuesday of next week for the Central, and then down to the south we go, and we'll see a mainly sunny day for us here, low 20s on the way Thursday, and then we'll just kind of hover around 20, 21, and 22 degree highs right from Friday through the weekend. Cloud covered on Friday, but back to a mix there on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday about the same. A little warmer on Tuesday at 24. All right, that is the weather outlook. The food outlook is outstanding for Crab Fest on the 18th. Jeff is standing by with Heather and Misty to tell you more about Crab Fest, the big BC Crab Fest festival coming up at at Ship Point on the 18th. I've been waiting years to do that.
Coho, right on cue. That's good stuff. Thanks so much, Eddie. We'll check in again soon. Coming up, the difference between hockey players and soccer players when it comes to diving. Plus,
did you expect to get a response?
Never in a million years, no.
Bride Hail Mary, the woman who went above and beyond to make sure her wedding was perfect. That's ahead.
Did you know the forest sector makes hundreds of wood products that capture carbon that remain stored for their lifetimes? Producing them is far less energy intensive than other materials, making them the most environmentally responsible. If not wood, then what?
At The Brick, we have designs for every style, from modern to classic, small spaces, and exclusive collections. All at Canada's lowest prices, backed by our price match guarantee. And get it today. Take advantage of our no-interest financing. The Brick, saving you more.
You're invited to experience summer in BC. At BC Crab Fest, we bring the coast and community together with live music, family fun, and everyone's favorite, the authentic BC crab boil. Gather by the water and share in the coast. July 18th at Ship Point.
At the Old Farm Market, we're doing everything we can to lower prices.
What are you working on, Kyle?
I'm just negotiating lower prices, boss.
Too far, Kyle. The Old Farm Market. Not corporate, not complicated, just great produce at the lowest prices.
Get a local and personal experience when you invest with Cooper Pacific.
Our funds provide you with income and growth options that help secure your retirement.
Trust a family business with a legacy of experience and stability.
Visit cooperpacific.ca.
Do you know what? They're just so caring and affectionate. They're like family. They're all like family. For me, that's what I find here. I became strong because of that love and support here. My days are happy.
Looking for a truck? Come to Victoria's Truck Center. At Jenner, we have mid-size, half-ton, and heavy-duty trucks. When our name's on the back of your truck, you know you got the best deal. At Jenner Chevrolet Buick GMC, still on the Old Island Highway.
Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, a full-service mechanical contractor since 1954. From emergency service to preventative maintenance, commercial to residential. Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating. We're plumb serious about plumbing. Visit us at ajph.com.
You're not going to recycle that?
It's just one.
It's also just one for this late-night line mate, one for the drive-through diner, and one for the fully loaded fisherman. Which means it isn't just one. Every beverage container matters. Don't trash them. Return them.
Hi, everyone. I'm David Foster. And this August, I'm coming home to Victoria, and you're all invited. Please join me and some very special friends in the Inner Harbor as we celebrate 40 years of the David Foster Foundation. It's going to be a free, unforgettable night of music. It's our way of saying thank you to this incredible community and to the families we've supported together. Come on out and enjoy some incredible performances celebrating inspiration and resilience. Watch CHEK for more details, and I will see you this August.
The Upside is brought to you by IBEW Local 230.
Well, any meal that requires a mallet is good with me. We turn things over to Jeff King, promoting Crab Fest tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, and anything you can dunk in butter.
Yes.
I'm signed up for the dunking in the butter. That's going to be, it's going to be so good. Yeah, my mouth's watering now. BC Crab Fest goes July 18th. We're at Fisherman's Wharf right now because the boats in behind us are the harvesters that go out and get the crab for the 18th of July. Kicks off at 11, goes till 10 at night. bccrabfest.ca. This is Heather McLeod, and my favorite crab over here is Misty Olson. And I'm going to start with you this time, Misty.
Ooh, okay.
Let's talk about the party that's going to happen July 18th because, yeah, we're eating crab, but there's a lot going on down at Ship Point.
We have so much going on for families. We have an educational marketplace, and we have actually Birdhouse Creative Studios is going to be there with some interactive activities, building a live crab trap for kids to be able to paint, and lots of bubbles and fun activities going on.
Yeah, I love that. So the whole family comes down, and you don't have to just eat and leave. Eat and stick around.
Play.
Yeah.
Stay and play at BC Crab Fest.
Yep. I love that. Let's talk about the menu, Heather, because it's good. Your husband goes out. He's one of the harvesters, so you get to eat the crab every once in a while. But a lot of people don't get that delicacy all the time. So give us the menu. What's in the pot?
Oh, it's going to be delicious. It is a full bucket of BC Dungeness crab, Salt Spring Island mussels, potatoes, corn, a beautiful baguette, locally made, lots of butter, and then the seasoning. So we have a signature spice that people absolutely love. And it's a generous portion.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they're very full after.
Right, and you sort of book your time, right? There's sort of some different times so that you show up and you're not waiting all day for your crab.
Exactly. So you can reserve your bucket online. We have 3 windows, lunch, afternoon, and dinner, and you can reserve your bucket for that time frame and stay for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charity angle as well, which is nice. Maybe speak to the charities that you'll be helping out.
So we have, it's by donation, and this year we're focusing on 3 things. Food access, so we're donating to Mustard Seed. Actually, all of the leftover food, including the crab, is going to the Mustard Seed. And we have Camosun College Culinary Program, and they've been really helpful. They're actually cooking it all up on site. And the third is BC Crab Fishermen's Association.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to shout out your mom, right? Because your mom's helping out. She's in from Muskoka, right?
Yeah, she's coming from Ontario, helping out with the kids, and she's actually going to be at the concession booth. So give her a break.
Yeah, show up and say hi to Heather's mom. Music. Let's talk about music because we're going to have that all day as well.
Yeah, we're going to have live music all day, and from 8 to 10, we're going to have Sunset Beverages with Adrian from Towers and Trees coming to Moonlight. So if you remember the Zone Band of the Month back in the day, he's coming to play Sunset Beverages with us.
I like that. Speaking of beverages, Gary and the great staff at Driftwood are looking after the beverages, and they're dynamite.
Yes, and they've been great this year to step up, so they are one of our big sponsors this year for our beverage garden.
Who was the other one? You want to give a shout out to someone else?
Cisco.
Right.
Actually, Cisco has stepped up this year, and we're so happy to have them on board as our cold chain partner. Yeah. So we actually couldn't do it without them, so we're super grateful. We just really need Ed to bring us sunshine on July 18th.
Yeah, I only believe him about 30% of the time, I'm going to be honest with you right now. Although the forecast does look good. My buddy Ed's going to bring the sunshine for sure. Okay, let's get back down to dates, times, location.
All right.
Go, Heather.
July 18th at Ships Point from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Reserve your crab online.
Yeah, okay. Love that. BCCrabFest.ca. And we're giving away some buckets here tonight. If you'd like to win, if you don't win, make sure you buy. But if you're going to win tonight, just shoot us an email. Contests, plural, at CHEKnews.ca. We're going to give 4 people buckets to go down and enjoy. Again, that's July the 18th. Lots of butter. Did you say lots of butter? Because I'm coming if there's lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
Okay. All right, lots of butter. That's what I like to see. Oh, and Ed and Daisy Duke shorts we mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time. Crab Fest is coming up, and so is our Smile of the Day.
Smile of the Day, brought to you by Dr. Ross Crapo and Associates.
Whether your needs are routine or complex, individualized care is our trademark.
For tonight's Smile, a guy posted a video online this week that's certainly making the rounds, showing if hockey players acted like soccer players when it comes to injuries. Important to note, there is still diving in hockey, and we did not make this video, but some of the diving and fake injuries at the World Cup have been very tough to watch. Either way, that is tonight's Smile of the Day. I don't know. The diving gets me with soccer every time.
Yeah. I think if I was playing, which I easily could have been.
You're going to go to the NHL, but you just didn't. The travel was going to be too much.
Plus, you work weekends. I'm not, I'm not doing that.
Saturday night.
But if I was playing soccer, in my back pocket, I would have an Emmy, and I would hand that to whoever was falling and doing that performance.
The name of your team that plays out of the Peninsula Poly is
the Peninsula Blues, my hockey team.
Yeah, your hockey team.
Blues. Yeah.
Peninsula Blues.
That was you guys. That was you guys in the video, wasn't it? Was that the Peninsula Blues that made that video?
Our captain. That's our captain Clarkey, who can barely skate. It's perfect.
Clarkey's out there. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was Clarkey.
Every team's got one.
Every team's got a Clarkey.
Now listen, we got to close it out here. I had a lot of fun wearing this, but you have not had the experience of wearing the crab hat. And we got to want to make sure you got a chance to slip that on. Let's get the eyes positioned.
Does it fit
there? Yeah.
As good as
There. Oh yeah. There you go. I think.
Honey, I'm on my way home.
Yeah.
You always look good as a redhead.
Remember, you married this.
Good stuff, guys. We'll check in with you again tomorrow night. Sorry for the ricochet shot there, Clark. You're the best. Coming up, tough news for a star hockey player from BC. Plus,
we've been working for several years to get this project off the ground.
Try again. Why Triathlon Canada is set to bring a major event back to Victoria. That's next.
I found my new favorite spot at home. This Shack-A-Pedic couch is stylish, built tough, packed with immersive features, and as comfy as a cloud. No compromise on quality or design. Talk to a furniture consultant at The Brick today to find out if Shack-A-Pedic is right for you.
Could you kick a bottle off the top of my head?
Yeah.
Get into the action. Upgrade your Sundays with the BLT.
Most fun anyone could ever have.
Bold takes.
So just drink over the mountain. Come on, Raph.
Legendary laughs.
Why is there a kitchen on the pickleball?
I know. Join Jordan Cunningham for the Big League treatment. Sundays on CHEK News at 5. Brought to you by Island Canadian Tire Stores. Proud supporter of Jumpstart. Because when kids can play, we all win.
Jenner's EV Takeover is on now. Start your EV journey from $16 a day with a Chevrolet Bolt EV. With over 100 EVs to choose from, we're your local EV destination. Jenner Chevrolet Buick GMC on the Old Island Highway.
Shop Island Window Coverings, where style meets safety. Say goodbye to tangled cords and hello to peace of mind. Our cordless blinds and shutters ensure your child's safety with effortless control. Island Window Coverings, local experts for over 36 years.
Yeah, I hear you. I stopped voting years ago.
I read somewhere that they don't even count the ballots.
Now, what was that for?
I had to fact check you because you were spreading misinformation. This is why we need credible journalists who fact-check information before sharing it.
Got it. I guess I will vote.
Come on.
Up we go. Can't even remember where I read that.
It's Pride 2026. Celebrate with the Victoria Pride Society and great events for everyone. It starts off with the Memorial Drag Ball game at Vic West Park. Queer Lit takes the stage at the Victoria Conference Centre with Pride in the Word, or party with your pet and get your steps in at the Big Gay Dog Walk. It all culminates with the Pride Parade and Festival downtown and at McDonald Park in James Bay. Vancouver Island, you're invited. Let's celebrate Pride.
Are you ready, team?
Ready to outrun your trivia competition?
That is a huge number.
Where knowledge isn't power.
Are you ready to catch her?
It's survival.
Don't stop me now. Let's get to it.
The chase is on. Wednesdays at 9 on CHEK.
Tough news for North Vancouver's Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks today. The star forward sent to miss 4 months after getting shoulder surgery for an off-season injury. The incident happened in Vancouver last week during a skate. It was captured on this live barn feed where Bedard is seen clutching his arm as he goes off the ice. Bedard is a restricted free agent right now. No word what impact this will have on contract talks with the Hawks. Well, back in 2001, Triathlon Canada held the national championships in Victoria. 25 years later, the event is coming back to the capital for a 2-day competition in August, showcasing the best in the country, but also anyone who wants to take part. Here's Eden Chipperfield.
It's near perfect conditions at Clover Point in Victoria, unless, of course, you're trying to do an interview while battling the wind.
One of the most beautiful places I can imagine doing a triathlon.
Thankfully, Victoria triathlete Liam Donnelly lets his hard work do the talking, and he will be able to compete in his own backyard when Victoria hosts Triathlon Canada's national championships in August.
We're really, really excited to have everyone come to Victoria and be a part of this here. We've been working for several years to get this project off the ground. We finally found a course that works, and we're so thrilled to be able to have everyone come see what Victoria is all about.
Competitors will swim in the ocean, then bike and run along scenic Dallas Road, where the championship event will include more than 120 elite athletes from across Canada.
Our high performance program is elite national championships, so our athletes are busy qualifying in the next 2 weeks at regional events in Toronto and Magog to secure a spot on the start list to race for that top title in the country.
The format will deliver 2 action-packed days with the top athletes and Olympic hopefuls pushing themselves to new heights.
They'll do a relay on the second day, which is teams of 4 athletes doing a full triathlon each, and it's super fast paced and high energy, and it'll be absolutely amazing to be down there to watch them go head to head in this format.
Regardless of age or ability, everyone is welcome with mixed relays, a super sprint race, and even a free kids race. Both Liam and Rachel agree one of the best parts of the sport is the community.
I've never talked to a triathlete who wasn't immediately addicted to the sport. It's so much fun, and the community is amazing. It's, I think the coolest thing about triathlon is that no matter how old you are or what your ability level is, there's a spot for everybody on the start list.
The event will go August 22nd and 23rd. Registration is now open.
Well, the West Coast Baseball League's All-Star Game festivities will take place next week in Victoria with the Home Run Derby on July 14th and the game itself on the 15th. And now the All-Star rosters have been announced.
And it's swung on and it's missed at 92.
Throwing heat, the host Arbor Cats with 4 players named to the North Division roster, including pitcher Eric Rico, who started last night for the Cats against the Bend Elks. He will be joined by fellow pitcher Jeremiah Arnett, infielder David Cron, and is among the league leaders in home runs. And of course, third baseman and outfielder Matt Wesley, who is among the leaders in hits.
First pitch, line drive to left field. Oh, ball's going to the wall.
The Nanaimo Night Owls have 2 All-Stars named, pitcher Jackson McDonald and outfielder Ethan Reynolds. And Reynolds had a huge game in Edmonton yesterday. The league leader in batting average went 3 for 5, all doubles. He drove in 4 runs, leading the Owls to a 12-4 win. They opened a 3-game series against the Riverhawks yesterday. Coming up, a bride-to-be with a successful Hail Mary. We'll explain next.
Magnesium plays a role in over 800 enzymatic reactions in the body, yet over 40% of Canadians aren't getting enough of this essential mineral. Get the support your body needs with CanPrev's magnesium formulas. Available at Lifestyle Markets, dedicated to wellness in our community.
Take your comfort to new heights with Mountain Peak Heating and Cooling. With professional heat pump installs, dependable service, and in-house design, we are local experts keeping you comfortable through every season. Your home deserves comfort that steps above the rest. Mountain Peak Heating and Cooling.
Today's Dodgecast is going to be hot, really hot, with a 100% chance of sizzling summer savings.
Dodge delivers.
Your local Vancouver Island furniture store with the very best in quality, selection, and customer experience. It's worth the drive to Dodds.
Welcome to Incredible Home, Victoria's trusted custom closet experts since 1982, where closet design is both science and an art. Serving Victoria to Parksville. Incredible Home. Live life incredibly.
The pileated woodpecker is heard and seen in forests across Canada.
The largest of its kind in North America. It pecks, hammers, and chisels trees to communicate, make nests and shelter, and gain access to food. It's a great defense against the invasive emerald ash borer beetle, and the cavities it creates provide shelter for many other creatures. To learn more about the pileated woodpecker, visit hww.ca.
Everything seemed okay. I thought maybe my helmet got the worst of it, but I went in just in case. There were a lot of other patients in the ER, but they insisted on running tests. I felt fine, but the nurses wanted to keep an eye on me. That's when they found the brain bleed. I didn't realize it was an emergency. Thankfully, the nurses did.
Age is fluid. Age is a power. Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Power. Q10 and creatine deliver a boost for visibly firmer skin. Visible results in 7 days. Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Power. Skin is for feeling your power. Nivea is for skin.
For those families that are worried about their loved ones and how they can age in place, by choosing Cherish, where aging in place is possible, and actually not only possible, but encouraged, is a relief. It's a burden that can be taken off, knowing that your loved one can be taken care of right here. The support that Cherish has given to people to allow them to stay here is more valuable than just about anything when it comes to our families.
Pela Kesla. For thousands of years, our people have looked after this land and the surrounding areas. We, a part of the Muskamauk, Zawadenoch, invite you to join us on a journey into the Great Bear Rainforest. Traveling with Seawolf Adventures provides a different perspective, a different depth to the experience. We love sharing our own stories and connecting to the landscapes and the animals. Pela Kesla.
Every child on Vancouver Island deserves the chance to live their dream.
What a hit! A home run!
With your support, the Canadian Tire Jumpstart program builds more than a game. We build a community. When local kids can play, we all win.
This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Connie LeBeau Homes.
Helping you make the right move.
Oh my God, this is really good.
Well, if your favorite team is out of the World Cup, there are still ways to savor the game. A Miami bakery producing special soccer ball-shaped croissants. I said that kind of intense. Croissants. There are 6 varieties with unique fillings for the countries they represent. Guava for Argentina, strawberry lemon for France, and chocolate buttercream for the USA. Missed the maple one for Canada. Finally tonight, we're now into wedding season, and everyone knows having a room for the bride and bridesmaids is key. But a hotel mix-up out in New Jersey forced a bride-to-be to throw a bit of a Hail Mary.
When soon-to-be bride Olivia Capoletti fired off this email to the Arizona Cardinals, she knew it was an unusual request.
I know this is probably the longest shot, but I'm desperate.
Olivia and her fiancé John are getting married this October in New Jersey, but the couple faced one small obstacle. The only suite large enough at the hotel for Olivia to get ready with her bridal party was already booked, reserved in advance for whichever team would be playing the Giants that weekend at nearby MetLife Stadium.
So I very kindly but persistently followed up with them month after month.
Finally, the NFL schedule came out. The team would be the Cardinals. Olivia says she sees it now as a sign.
My dad passed away
unfortunately, about 3 years ago now, and he was just the best. We always look for cardinals as signs of a lost loved one. I know a lot of people do that. We definitely do that, my family.
And so she threw a Hail Mary, hoping her bold but polite request would reach the right person. And it did.
I'm Michael Bidwell from the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes, that's the Cardinals owner telling Liv the good news.
I'm happy to give it up to you and your bridesmaids to use during your wedding weekend.
Did you expect to get a response?
Never in a million years. No, it was like so surreal.
A small gesture, but one that means more than Olivia could have ever expected.
He absolutely is watching over me. It's definitely a sign from Dad.
What a great story. Today is National Video Game Day. The most popular video game of all time is Minecraft. The most popular video game 2026, Roblox. If you have kids, you knew that. Andy Neal's got your next newscast at 10. Wheel of Fortune is up next. Good night.